In today's Hollywood, true movie stars are a rare breed. We have franchise heroes, we have social media celebrities. But the kind of star who captivates us, the kind who makes us lean forward in our seats, is harder to find. Then came Timothée Chalamet. He is an actor who feels both old school and entirely new. He possesses a classic, almost delicate beauty, reminiscent of the sensitive matinee idols of a bygone era. Yet his energy is thoroughly modern. Restless, intelligent, a little bit awkward, this unique combination makes him fascinating to watch. He doesn't just play a character, he seems to inhabit a feeling, drawing audiences into his world with a quiet intensity that feels raw and authentic. Chalamet is not built like a superhero. Instead, his power lies in his vulnerability. Every great actor has a breakout moment, a role that announces their arrival. For Timothée Chalamet, that moment was a 1-2 punch in 2017. First, he appeared in Greta Gerwig's brilliant Lady Bird. As the pretentious, wannabe intellectual Kyle, he was hilariously and painfully recognizable. He wasn't the lead, but he stole every scene he was in. Then came Luca Guadagnino's Call Me By Your Name. As Elio Perlman, a teenager discovering love and heartbreak during a sun-drenched Italian summer, Chalamet delivered a performance of breathtaking sensitivity. It was a role that required immense emotional transparency, and he gave everything. The film earned him an Oscar nomination for Best Actor, making him one of the youngest nominees in history, and cementing his status as a serious talent. Following this success, Chalamet could have easily cashed in on a big superhero franchise. Instead, he continued to make interesting, unconventional choices. He delved into the harrowing world of addiction in Beautiful Boy, holding his own opposite veteran Steve Carell. He reunited with Gerwig for Little Women, bringing a fresh, boyish charm and vulnerability to the role of Laurie. These roles showcased his range and his commitment to character-driven stories. He was building a career based on artistry, not just box office potential. What is it exactly that sets Timothée Chalamet apart from his peers? It's a quality I call the Chalamet effect. It's a delicate balance of contradictions. He is approachable, he is enigmatic, he is sensitive, he is strong, he is old-fashioned, he is radically modern. Unlike many actors of his generation who project a polished, media-trained perfection, Chalamet seems comfortable in his own skin, flaws and all. He can be goofy in an interview, then deliver a devastatingly emotional performance on screen. This authenticity is his superpower. He represents a new form of masculinity, one that is defined not by brute strength but by emotional depth, intellectual curiosity. It's a welcome change, and audiences, especially younger ones, have responded with overwhelming enthusiasm, seeing a reflection of their own complexities in his performances. His appeal transcends demographics. He connects with Gen Z through his relatable online presence and his impeccable gender-fluid fashion sense. He's the cool older brother you wish you had, fluent in both French and hip-hop culture. Yet, he also resonates with older cinephiles who appreciate his commitment to the craft. He is a product of a family steeped in the arts. His mother was a Broadway dancer and his grandfather a screenwriter. He attended LaGuardia High School of Music and Art and Performing Arts, the famed institution from fame. The perfect vehicle arrived in the form of Denis Villeneuve's Dune. Playing Paul Atreides, the heir to a noble house thrust into a galactic war, was a monumental task. Chalamet was the perfect choice. He embodied Paul's intelligence, his inner turmoil, and his reluctant ascent to power. He made the sci-fi epic feel deeply personal. He wasn't just a hero, he was a conflicted young man grappling with a destiny he never asked for, making the fantastical story feel remarkably human and grounded. With Dune and its even more successful sequel, Chalamet proved he could lead a massive billion-dollar franchise without losing the nuances that made him special. He then followed it up with Wonka, a film that could have easily been a disaster. Yet, he infused the character with a guileless optimism and infectious charm that won over audiences worldwide. He wasn't trying to imitate Gene Wilder, he created his own version of the chocolatier, full of hope and whimsical energy. He had officially become a box office king on his own terms, a star who can open a movie based on his name alone. Looking ahead, the question is not whether Timothée Chalamet will remain a star, but what kind of star he will choose to be. He stands at a fascinating crossroads in his career, having conquered the indie world, having conquered the blockbuster realm. He now has the freedom to do virtually anything he wants. The most anticipated next step is his portrayal of Bob Dylan in A Complete Unknown, directed by James Mangold. This role feels like a culmination of his work. It requires him to sing, it requires him to transform his physicality. It requires him to capture the elusive spirit of a cultural icon. It's a massive artistic gamble, a high-wire act that can lead to legendary status or fall flat. Given his meticulous preparation and knack for embodying complex artists, the odds are in his favor. This role could take him from movie star to screen legend, potentially earning that elusive Oscar. The future of Hollywood rests on stars like him. In an era of streaming content and superhero universes, Chalamet reminds us of the magic of a single, compelling actor. The future looks a lot like Timothée.